Welcome back, everybody, to the Nerdcore podcast, the podcast that reviews the movies and talks that nerd shit. This is episode 592, and it is your review of the Royal Tenenbaums. As always, this is the Nerd. You're going to hear the host of the show, and my wonderful co host, Young Yoda.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to a wonderful, wonderful Monday.
Wonderful Monday indeed, Brad.
Monday,
How are
Monday,
you?
Monday. Doing well, Raul. So, my belly is full. I watched The Idol in time, well, almost in time. And, yeah, pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you, man. I hear you. How's work today?
Not bad. So,
Not bad.
stayed pretty busy.
Stay pretty busy. That's good to hear.
Yeah,
It's good to hear.
makes the
Actually,
day go faster.
I worked today. I went ahead. I watched Royal Tenenbaums, watched The Idol, and now we're here.
Yes, we are here
Yeah,
to discuss.
yeah. Oh man, we're finally we're concluding on for the public. We're concluding Wes Anderson Month here. We're talking about the Royal Tenenbaums today, but of course, if you want to get the official conclusion, that happens this Thursday on patreon.com/slash the nerd core, and you get the review of Rushmore at the $5 tier and above. You get that review. So we'll be talking about Rushmore on Thursday. We won't be live here for the public. This is your only public review today, but we'll be what's it called on Thursday for the conclusion to Wes Anderson month.
And we only have, after that, Asteroid City.
Yeah, Asteroid City. That's it. Which I already watched. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll have completed Wes Anderson's filmography. Well, like the feature length films.
Feature
You know.
length.
I'm not watching every single commercial of his. I'm not watching like every what's it called short film, and I'm good. Yeah, I count only feature length here for a complete filmography. But yeah, man, we're doing do that, man. Yeah, we've talked about most of his other movies. The only ones that probably are locked behind the paywall are Rushmore and Isle of Dogs.
Yeah.
That's it. Only
Yep.
ones you can find here. But yeah, last week we talked about Grand Budapest Hotel, and today we're looking at another some early Wes Anderson, and yeah. Before we go into it, Brad, you got anything you want to say?
I don't.
Anything interesting happened today? I got my
No.
replacement disc.
Yeah, your replacement disc?
Yeah,
You mean your
yeah,
professor's replacement disc?
yeah. And I broke the other disc.
Oh, well, yeah.
I broke it apart.
So you wouldn't get it confused.
But no, what do I need two discs for? One doesn't work, the other
Okay.
does.
You didn't have to go all
It's
breaking it.
And it's like written on. I was
Okay.
gonna throw it away. But yeah.
Whatever.
But hey, yo, like
You want to get violent over it? That's up to you.
I was told 1 to 2 weeks it would take for me to get the disc, but I got it in like 5 days.
Oh, that's lit.
Yeah, Criterion really are some great people when it comes to this
Very cool.
to, like replacing discs and stuff. Y'all did great. But yeah, now I own a copy of M on Blu-ray from Fritz Lang.
For not even buying it.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah. And then I talked to my professor and he was like, "Yeah, I have an extra copy of I can't remember what was the film he has. He has like you have 2 copies of this 4K. You can have it if you give me $20." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm good, bro."
I'll just wait till it's on sale. Barnes and Noble.
Yeah. Yeah. It was something else that he had. Like it was a regular standard of case one. It was not the Criterion or anything. Standard release. And I was like, "No, I'm good, man. I'm good."
Man, it ain't even the row.
Row. No, don't row. We doesn't even have a Blu-ray release, right? But yeah, man. Busy day today. Well, not even busy day to work. It was fine. I just did that. That was the highlight of my day. Was the replacement disc, Brad.
Hey,
Yeah.
you had a highlight.
Not much to say here. So we're gonna go ahead and get this going because I'm pretty sure I'm stalling enough at this point. Have you now? You need to see if they'll replace your copy of Pootie Tang.
Pootie
I do not
Tang.
have Pootie Tang. I do not have Pootie Tang. Oh man! But without further ado, if you have not watched the Royal Tenenbaums, this is your chance to get out of here if you care about spoilers. But if you don't care about spoilers, go ahead and stay. Either way, how it goes, this is your one and only spoiler warning, and it is in effect in a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, man. Let me get to. I spelled that wrong, huh? Yeah, it's Tenenbaums. It's
With the
Tenen.
N, you forgot the. You
Yeah,
forgot the.
yeah.
You went tenant instead of tenon.
Tenenbaums. Yeah. All right, Brad. Let me get to reading because we got some stuff here. But let's go ahead and do this. The Royal Tenenbaums is a 2001 American comedy drama film directed by Wes Anderson and co-written with Owen Wilson. It stars Danny Glover, Gene Hackman, Angelica Huston, Bill Murray, Gwyneth Paltrow, Ben Stiller, Luke Wilson, and Owen Wilson. Ostensibly based on a non-existent novel and told with a narrative influenced by the writing of J.D. Salinger, it follows the lives of three gifted siblings who experience great success in youth and even greater disappointments and failure in adulthood. The children's eccentric father, Royal Tenenbaum, Gene Hackman, leaves them in their adolescent years and returns to them after they have grown, falsely claiming he has a terminal illness. He works on reconciling with his children and ex-wife, Huston. With a variety of influences, including Louis Malle, yes, 1963 film The Fire Within, and Orson Welles' 1942 film The Magnificent Ambersons. The story involves themes of dysfunctional family, lost greatness, and redemption. An absurdist and ironic sense of humor pervades the film, which features a soundtrack subsequently released in 2 albums. The Royal Tenenbaums was shot in and around New York City, including a house in Harlem used for the Tenenbaum residence. The filmmakers went to efforts to distinguish the film's backgrounds from a recognizable New York with fashions and sets combining the appearances of different time periods. After debuting at the New York Film Festival, the Royal Tenenbaums received positive reviews from critics and was Anderson's most financially successful film until 2014's The Grand Budapest Hotel. Hackman won a Golden Globe for his performance, and the screenwriters were nominated for the Academy Award for Best Original Screenplay. In 2016, it was included in BBC's 10 Greatest Films of the 21st Century. Whew! Cinematography is done by Robert Yeoman. Yeah, it sounds like he's playing for the NBA when I say it like that. Edited by Dylan Tickenor. Music is done by Mark Mothersbaugh, and it sits at an hour and 49 minutes. And on a budget of 21 million, it made 71 million at the box office. Damn good
Yeah, it's good.
performance there.
Yeah,
But hey, Brad,
I
nobody.
don't think you'd see that anymore.
Nah. But then again, Brad, apparently nobody knows who Wes Anderson is, right?
I'm not.
Apparently, these box office names are saying something else, my boys. Because yeah, I forget like what. Oh well, French Dispatch was a little bit odd with the way that it released online as well, but
Yeah.
yeah. Well, Brad, either way, what are your initial thoughts on the Royal Tenenbaums?
I enjoyed this movie. This is a good movie. It's definitely got a sense of humor. It's overly funny in places. And I overall just like the story of this dysfunctional family where the kids are like geniuses, but as they grow into adulthood, it gets kind of squashed by their father for the most part, who's never there. And just to even show that is just kind of cringe inducing in places. Just the fact that he won't even accept Margot as his daughter, and he just continues saying, "This is my adopted daughter," stuff like that. But overall, I thought it was funny, funny and both dramatic.
All right, yeah, yeah. I really like this movie, Brad.
Yeah,
I think that Wes Anderson does a really good job with this movie. It's very dysfunctional because of the family, right? But you have some really surprising performance here. Like Huston does pretty damn good in this film. Gene
Gwyneth,
Hackman's really good.
yeah, Gwyneth Paltrow's good.
Gwyneth Paltrow, Ben Stiller, man,
Ben
he's
Stiller's pretty good.
pretty good, which is like
Yeah,
not.
Luke and Owen Wilson come back again.
Yeah,
give great
I really
performances.
like Owen Wilson's character, and his like portrayal of that character was like really tragic, and I think like his was probably one of the most interesting characters in this movie.
Yeah, rest in peace, Buckley.
Yes, poor little Buckley, Brad. Poor little like all because Luke Wilson had to fucking yeah. I'm sorry, Owen Wilson had to speed through the fucking street like that. My
Yep.
God, what a brutal way to die, by the way. What a brutal way for that poor dog to
I
go.
mean that dog's lucky it didn't die on the plane crash though.
That is true. That is true. Um, but it's yeah, I really like this movie, man. I like the kids are also really good. Like they have a good chemistry with each
Yeah,
other.
very good actors.
Yeah, I love the whole scene when like their grandpa's like, well, let's go ahead and just go ahead and do stuff now. Like
It always ends up at a dog fight. I don't.
it always ends up in a dogfight. And they're like holding on to the side of the garbage truck and like
Yeah, yeah. I mean, definitely. You can. I mean, this is all Wes Anderson style. So a
yeah.
lot of quick edits, a lot of good framing, very colorful. I mean, it's an enjoyable film overall.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like early Wes Anderson has a really different tone and look to it than like really later. I'm thinking about Fantastic Mr. Fox,
Hmm.
Grand Budapest Hotel, French Dispatch, and even to an extent, um, Asteroid City. All have a different look compared to this, and like Darjeeling Limited, Brad, like stuff like that. Like this really early Wes Anderson stuff is actually like really like different, and it's really good.
Did you know this was written by Owen Wilson too?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm looking at the awards, and it was only in the Academy Awards for Best Original Screenplay.
Fucking, they didn't win it, right? It was just nominated, right?
No, it was nominated.
Okay. I was gonna say fucking Luke Wilson, fucking Academy Award winner, bro. But like I said, Brad, like I'm look like Bottle Rocket, like Royal Tenenbaums, Life Aquatic, Darjeeling Limited. Up to that point, from 1996 to 2007, like you can tell that Wes Anderson's kind of like developing a style, but he's not
Hmm.
really like putting it overtly out there.
Yeah,
And like when he gets to like Fantastic Mr. Fox, Moonrise, Grand Budapest Hotel, and Isle of Dogs, it's like really like fully in there and like he.
yeah.
But
These early ones. It's less of the wide shot. You still get pretty colorful sets in this, but it's
yeah,
less of the wide shot and less of so many characters just on the screen at one time.
yeah. But it's like it still has a really good look to it. And like he works great. Like it still works great to translate over with like Robert Yeoman's lighting that he's choosing and all that stuff. Um, but yeah, I mean Wes Anderson is just it's fantastic. Like this early stuff, like having watched like his later stuff now, like watching his newest film, like makes me appreciate a lot of like what he's doing in this movie.
Yeah, I mean, we see it in the Life Aquatic, and it's just big, bold colors,
Yeah,
very big characters, uh,
but he's not
and
switching like aspect ratios and stuff like
no,
that, and he's
no,
not.
he's not doing that.
Yeah,
Yeah, he hasn't got to that point yet. He hasn't
no,
got to like the wide, shot where you can see the people going up into the building and all that, like you do with the Grand
yeah,
Budapest Hotel or French Dispatch.
yeah. But I do like just like like even like there's some like I'm sorry I'm saying that my mouth
Hey,
man I'm
man.
going nuts over here. But I do like the way that he like plays with some of the wide shots in here.
Hmm.
Like every single shot where like they're exploring all the I mean all the guys that Gwyneth Paltrow's characters have been with. They're almost like wide shots and they're really good shots, but you know that stuff that obviously Wes Anderson now probably would have shot that in more like 4:3 or something around that nature with that aspect ratio. But like he does a great job in this movie, and this is only his third film, Brad.
That's pretty crazy because I mean, the story is well written in this, and
Yeah,
overall well shot, and cinematography is great. I mean, is it as good as Grand Budapest Hotel? No, it's not
no,
quite to that level. But like you said, this is really good. I think he's really trying to find his style in this.
yeah, this is definitely top five Wes Anderson for me.
Yeah,
Yeah, This is top five. It's up there with Moon. What's called
Life
with
Aquatic.
Life Aquatic, Grand Budapest Hotel, and Darjeeling. No,
Yeah.
I think I like this more than Darjeeling, even though I love Darjeeling.
Yeah, I think I might like this more than Darjeeling, but I like the whole family concept, just a dysfunctional family
Yeah.
that you're following. Because where else are you going to find where the dad shoots the kid in the hand with a BB gun, and then the BB's still in there?
Yup. I also I love that what we were reading there where the with the sets, like he does make it look different. This is almost shot in like one like part of Harlem, right? But
Yeah,
he does make it look different. He does give it that effort, and it does work well with the production design. And like we're saying, it's not the production design of Grand Budapest Hotel or all these other films that come later, but it does work well to create the atmosphere of this movie. Yeah,
I mean, music wise,
I
it's
like the
really
music.
good, really good.
Oh yeah,
Like I didn't have any concerns with that.
it's no Desplat, but
No,
it's still good music, and I think it fits well.
I want to know where they got the sign off on the Beatles there for like the
Me
first
too.
like 30 minutes of the film.
Yeah, and then yeah, there was just the first 30 minutes of the film was just pure Beatles. I
And
was
then
like,
there's a
wow.
Peanuts Christmas song,
Yeah, yeah.
which I don't know how you get the sign off with that either.
Who knows, man? But look, Brad, if there's anything I've learned from James Gunn is that he said sometimes he's had to pay a lot of money for these songs that he wants to use, and sometimes he's had to pay nothing.
Yeah,
So who knows? Maybe somebody in like the offices for for these record labels are like really big Wes Anderson fans.
I mean, may just he dialed up Paul McCartney, and McCartney was like, "Yeah, you can use this part as long as you don't use our vocals."
Yeah, just use the instrumental.
Hmm.
But yeah, I love this movie, y'all. It's definitely high up there for me. I'm looking at my ranking here, and I do have it below Fantastic Mr. Fox, but on top, Bottle Rocket. It is top five. It's at number four. And of course, on top of it, I have Fantastic Mr. Fox, Life Aquatic, and the Grand Budapest Hotel. And below it is Bottle Rocket, Moonrise Kingdom, Darjeeling Limited, Asteroid City, French Dispatch, and Isle of Dogs.
I don't think I think it's gonna be really hard to beat a Grand Budapest Hotel.
Yeah, it's
That
hard, but like I said, like that's a culmination of everything that he's been working towards
yeah,
his whole career,
yeah.
and it shows. And I'm glad that like that got the recognition it deserved at the Academy Awards and all because it is like that's purely Wes. Like
It's
every
perfect Wes Anderson.
journey, yeah, it's Wes Anderson in this journey that's taken like over like at that time it was 9 films, I think. Yeah. Sure you can. Sure you can use our music. Wait, this isn't the guy from across the universe, is it?
Oof, oof.
Oof,
Reminding Strawberry
oof.
Fields up in there.
Yup, yup. But Brad, what are you gonna give your final verdict on the Royal Tenenbaums?
I'm gonna give it a solid 9 out of 10. I think it deserves that, from my perspective.
Solid 9 out of 10. I'm agreeing with you there, Brad. I'm coming just a little bit lower here, but I'm gonna go ahead and give it an 8.5 out of 10. I really like it, um, but it's nowhere on the level of some of these other ones. And I
Also,
gotta say, man,
also warning: there is a suicide attempt in this movie.
oh yeah, which is a pretty rough, which was really like I don't want to say out of place, but more so like really obscure for a Wes Anderson film.
Yeah, and it's a because you kind of get an up close of it when he's bleeding,
Yeah,
and then you see the scars afterwards. So it's
yeah,
it's not usual for a Wes Anderson film to be that front forward with it.
yeah, which was just like wow. I was like, wow, he went there. I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
But then again, this is early Wes Anderson.
it's true.
Yeah, but I gotta say, man, congrats to fucking. I think it's him and what's his name, Noah Baumbach, who can like grab Ben Stiller and just do some great performances from him.
Yeah,
Because at least for me, I know Ben Stiller from Dodgeball, Meet the
yeah, all
Parents,
the
and
comedies,
yeah,
but
Night
he
at the
did really
Museum.
good for the drama here.
Yeah. Well, with that said, that concludes our review of the Royal Tenenbaums. We'll be back on Thursday on patreon.com/the nerdcore for our review of Rushmore as we conclude Wes Anderson Month. $5 over at Discord. No, at patreon.com/thenerdcore, y'all. Of course, keep up to date with us on our socials. Check out our website, thenerdcore.com. Twitter at the Nerdcore _ Instagram at the Nerdcore. Also on Discord, you can check it out in the descriptions of both the audio and video version. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Click that notification bell if you're watching this on YouTube. If you're listening to this on podcast services around the world, make sure that you leave a 5-star review on the app that lets you do that, which, for my knowledge at the moment, I believe Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Spotify are the only ones that let you do that. So please do that. It would help us out a lot. And of course, I am just, we're just happy we were able to do this, celebrate this man and his movies. And Brad, when you get the chance to watch Asteroid City, man, that was good. I liked it. I liked it a lot. I liked it a lot.
I don't think Wes Anderson misses.
Yeah.
Just he's one of those directors that doesn't miss.
Yeah, does not miss. And of course, we want to thank our Patreon supporters, because without our Patreon supporters, it's not possible. Brad, we also would like to thank our producer, Shane. Where can they find him?
You follow our friend Shane at twitch.tv/XSRK, or on Twitter at ThriftedIL, or go buy something from the Suppy God at PrisonCityVintage.com, or you can go, I believe it's Joliet, Illinois, to his store.
Joliet, Illinois, man. I know that man's got plans to eventually take Prison City Vintage to Chicago and open a second one there, maybe. But for now, he's hanging out in Joliet, Illinois. So message him if you want the details about that. But of course, just thank you to Shane. He doesn't really interact in the Patreon. Man probably doesn't realize that tier that he's involved in.
No. I mean, we've told him before, so I think he realizes it, but keeps it going.
He just wants to give us our money. He's like, just take my money and just do what you need to do with it. But
thank you, Shane.
Yeah, thank you, Shane. That is it for Wes Anderson Month on the Nerdcore channel, y'all. We are going to go ahead and be back next week with a new theme, and we'll let you all know what's that, because we haven't decided yet. It's been a little bit rough around the edges here, y'all, but we'll be back next week with a new theme. But without a further ado, we will see you all for our if you're watching this, that means you already were in the chat for the Idol episode 4 review. So definitely do that. But if you want to see more of us, or at least more of me, I'll be on Saturday for the Money in the Bank watch along. And then on Sunday night for our Idol season finale review.
Episode 5.
And we'll talk a little bit about that when we do our Idol review. But yeah. But without further ado, Brad, it's been a nice time being here with them. Let's go ahead and get them out of here.
All right, our own thing being host as always. Thank to all our listeners out there, all our Patreon supporters, Stacy in chat. Appreciate you. And in this episode, I guess I'll just say, don't fall in love with your stepsister. Young Yoda out.
Sorry, stepbrother.
It's like impossible to get stuck in the washer. Don't believe it.
And I would like